Yes, where's Reform UK?
Thank the honourable gentleman for his point of order. However, he will know that is not a matter for the chair.
We'll get to this point of order later on, my friends. Now, this is very, very interesting. In yesterday's urgent question about the MOD barracks replacing the use of hotels for asylum seekers, the Minister of State for the Home Department, Alex Norris, was taking questions from MPs. Now let's watch the question from Carla Denya from the Green Party. Why Carla Denya, you might ask? Well, that will become evident enough soon.
Deputy Speaker, the Refugee Council has a clear proposal that would allow the Minister to close asylum hotels within a year without resorting to barracks. A one-off scheme to give a time-limited permission to stay, subject to rigorous security checks, to people from countries that mean that they are almost certain to be recognised as refugees if it were not for the backlog. So will the Minister adopt this sensible solution and also provide safe and legal routes so that people aren't pushed into the hands of people smugglers in the first place?
Minister.
The Honourable Lady mentions an important proposal, and it is a reasonable thing to say. We're talking about capacity in the system. One way to resolve that is, of course, let significant numbers through that system without their claims being processed in the normal way. I can't support that. As she's heard me say on a number of occasions, at the root of this is not just the strong day-to-day administrative running of the system. The reality is we've managed to really improve the performance of it and reduce cost. But that alone won't stop what is happening, which is that really, really significant pull factor to this country. And I believe that doing what she suggests there would merely turbocharge that, and I can't support that.
Oh, did you notice something, my friends? No? Well, let's have another look, eh?
Deputy Speaker, the Refugee Council has a clear proposal that would allow the Minister to close asylum hotels within a year.
What do you see? Or more to the point, who don't you see? Yes, where's Reform UK? Or more to the point, Farage PLC. Now, that's where they usually sit, you know, when they can be asked to usually turn up and do what they were voted in to do, you know, represent their constituents. You see the guys here like Richard Ford and Jim Shannon, they're always there practically, especially Jim Shannon. He practically lives in that chamber, usually the first one in and last one out by the looks of it. So if he can do it, why not Farage PLC? Well, their absence didn't go unnoticed, especially from someone who you would least expect.
Point of order, Mark Francois.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. And very briefly, we've just been debating a very important matter of asylum seekers and MOD accommodation. Could you just confirm, as Hansard will indeed, I hope, tomorrow, that in the nearly 37 minutes that we spent debating this very important matter, no member of Reform was in the chamber and indeed made absolutely no contribution whatsoever?
I thank the honourable gentleman for his point of order. However, he will know that is not a matter for the chair.
So yes, our very own Penfold calling out Reform UK. And I suppose in a funny way, it's quite right as well. Where are they? You know, this is their baby. They've never shut up about trying to scare the public and paint these people as the boogeyman. This is their moment to embarrass themselves by being as racist as possible and to get their clicks on Twitter for their cultist followers to proper rub their thighs and mess their pants over something like this. Perhaps it's because they don't really care about this subject but prefer to use it for on KGBs to get all their deformed supporters, you know, chewing their knuckles over the fear of brown people. Or is it possible that it's not a good time to draw attention to themselves due to the fact that one of their own is soon to be eating prison food for being a traitor to this country, you know, for being paid to punt the same Russian propaganda that Nigel Farage was punting at the same time. Just asking questions, Nige. But what do you guys think? Is it because they really don't care and use it for political gain, or is it because their mess with Nathan Gill is a bit of a political hot potato, a bit of an embarrassment, and shows that Reform UK are just a national security threat for being Russian stooges? Or is it a little bit of both? Let me know down below and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.